Focus on the.
Good afternoon, fellow environmentalists and mindset changers. We are at the Victoria Falls Bridge and we are talking to Mr. Philani Moyo from Zimbabwe. Welcome to the interview, Mr. Moyo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chimol.
Yeah. So maybe you could just give us a background to what you do.
Okay, thank you. I do what is called whitewater rafting on the Zambezi River. So I'm actually into tourism industry. I've been doing it since 1995, so I can say it's been 26 years. This kind of job that I've been doing.
Okay. So knowing your experience working in that industry, you're closely tied to the Zambezi. Maybe you could just explain what the significance of the Zambezi River is to the tourism sector.
Okay. Yes, as I said, this is what I do, and that's what I've been doing from the childhood. And coming from Victoria Falls and rafting on the Zambezi River, it's something really I admire a lot. I have traveled around the world, being trained here on this river, which is rated #1 river for rafting in the whole world.
It is.
Yes, it's rated #1. There is no any other river in this world that can beat the mighty Zambezi. I've done more than 35 rivers around the world, in Italy, in Austria, Switzerland, and for the last past 15 years, I've been working in America in Colorado. So this river is the best river for rafting. We have done some world rafting championships here on the Zambezi River, and we're hoping to bring it back. And we've done so many competitions, inviting people from all over the world. Almost every tourist is dying to come and raft this river.
Okay. So, there is a planned dam just down the river in the Batoka Dam. What is your opinion about the dam being placed on the Zambezi River?
Okay, yes, I've heard about it, and I've been in a couple of meetings about the dam. We have brought some suggestions on how can they go about, you know. Um, yes, we are objecting it, but in a way of saying, how about if we consider things like solar panels, rather than destroying this beautiful Batoka gorge that we have? Because once this is being built, because they're proposing something like 180 meters wall, so that means it will block the entire Zambezi River, and animals are going to be affected. We have baboons that they live inside the canyon. We've got fish. We've got some hippos. We've got crocodiles. And again, if you look at this canyon, which is really, really stunning canyon, not many rivers around the world they have this beautiful canyon. You go to raft in Europe, you'll be just rafting in small rivers where there are some houses and cars are driving past by. But here you are just at the middle of nowhere. So I would suggest, to the people who are building the dam and say, how about if we consider the solar panels with less impact when it comes to environment, and with my experience, for example, in Colorado, they've already started destroying some hydroelectric power plants because it has really affected the rivers a lot. So we are not really objecting it, but we are coming with some suggestions rather than just to kill this industry. And the other thing about the dam is being built like 60 kilometers downstream. And they say to us in one of the meetings, the flow, it will come all the way up to rapid number 5. And rapid number 5, we're talking of about a kilometer below the main Victoria Falls. So we were like, really, what's the valid reason can you give us, about this flow not coming all the way to the Victoria Falls?
Yeah.
If it came almost 60 kilometers downstream and only less than a kilometer to the falls, to me, I feel like it might even affect the Victoria Falls.
Yeah.
Yes.
The risk is too huge,
The
right?
risk is really too high. Yeah.
So, what do you think the way forward should be? Because because this is a shared project between Zambia and Zimbabwe. What's the way forward?
Well, I think if maybe both government can meet and consult again the locals. I'm talking on behalf of being a local guy, born and raised here in Victoria Falls, which is just opposite our Chief Mukuni, but on the Zimbabwean side. We haven't really been consulted much about this thing. So if we can be consulted, we have massive land, unutilized land that the government can just choose. We're talking of maybe less than a kilometer land to just clear that land and we plant some solar panels. And I don't think it will have any big impact on the environment. But with this, really, it's going to be so sad. As I said, we have hosted the World Rafting Championships, some World Kayaking Championships here, and almost every tourist who come to Victoria Falls, they want to do the whitewater rafting, being rated as the best river rafting in the whole world. So everyone is dying to come and raft. And once this is being built, there will be no more tourism and no more rafting business. And the locals, they'll lose their jobs. Like in the village, we have more than 50 people that are being employed. So it's going to really affect us a lot.
Mr. Moyo, thank you so much for sharing your perspectives on the issue. And we thank you for taking time to chat with us.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we were just talking about the significance of the Zambezi River and also the possible dangers of having a dam placed in the Batoka Gorge. Like you heard, the Zambezi River is rated #1 in terms of river rafting in the world. It's clearly a huge source of tourism for Zambia. Do we want to lose that because we need a dam? Remember, we already have two other dams on the Zambezi. The one, the Kariba Dam in Zambia and the Kaurabasa Dam in Mozambique. Do we surely need a third dam? Is it necessary for us? Or as Mr. Moyo says, we could look at alternative energy sources, such as solar energy. Yes, even solar energy is not 100% clean, but at least it gives us the opportunity to generate power whilst preserving this natural heritage. Remember, the Zambezi River and the Victoria Falls are part of our culture. When we preserve these resources, we're also preserving our culture. Some of the oldest civilizations in the world are in Africa, along the Nile River and also along the Zambezi. So we have a responsibility to preserve these resources for our own good. Thank you so much for listening to us and keep following us as we talk to various stakeholders. Have a good day.